Hey everybody, it's your boy Jack here, and today in this video I want to welcome you to the September 2018 Comic Boxer unboxing video, and ooh, I am excited, I cannot wait. Last month's box was killer, and when I say killer, it means three exclusive covers. You got one autograph, two tribute covers, and two other phenomenal comics. But I have to admit, gotta shout out my favorite comic from last month. This one here, the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1. I love this tribute cover. It is amazing. It's a tribute to the first appearance of Deadpool. And oh, it was such a great cover. I love it. And the comic itself was just amazing. I'm definitely considering getting the second issue of this comic because they write Peter Parker so well and create such a great world around him and everything. So I really do like that, and I think it's just a great comic and a great tribute cover to complement it. Freaking amazing. So yeah, besides that, let's dive into this month's box. So let's cut the tape here, open up the box. We got that spoiler card, which we ain't gonna read. And it's actually outside of the box itself, which is honestly pretty great too. Got that bubble wrap in its usual spot, not where it was last time. And then we got the comics itself wrapped in the tissue paper. We also got the comics sealed in the paper sleeve, or the plastic sleeve. So we've got the comics out of the box. Let's start unboxing them. So the first comic here of this month is this one. Ooh, it's a Thanos comic. Look at that. You got the Mr. Thundersnap here, right here and everything. Standing there with his like powers and everything, with his like power like fists and stuff, and his like giant statue, because apparently he has to be all like amazing and has to have that statue to prove it. But like, cool cover, I like it. But it's a Thanos Legacy issue number 1, priced at $4.99 US. Comes with a bonus digital edition, and yeah, it's rated parental advisory. Cool. So yeah, cool cover, sort of like typical Thanos cover and everything, but interesting for sure. And yeah, and it's not a variant cover or anything, but like pretty cool still. So that's comic number 1. Let's take a look at comic number 2 here. Boom. Ooh, it's an Avengers comic, and it looks like there's like a woolly mammoth right here, which is pretty cool because like I sort of like woolly mammoths, and like sort of on like a sidebar here, sort of wish that like they could eventually get cloned back into like reality, even though they went extinct and stuff. But like whatever, I'm just saying, low-key would love a woolly mammoth in my life. But yeah, so this is the Earth's Mightiest Avengers. It's The Avengers, issue number 7. You got, who is it? I think you got Ghost Rider on here. Interesting cover for sure. It is rated T+ for teen, priced at $3.99 US. And yeah, it's issue number 7, legacy number issue 697. So yeah, interesting cover for sure. It's sort of weird that we got a issue number 7, because normally this box comes with issue number 1. Let's dive into comic number 3 here. Let's take a look. Boom. Ooh, it's the Fantastic Four Rebirth. This is obviously the Fantastic Four. They just recently rebooted it and everything, and like sort of low-key was hoping that this was going to be in last month's box, but happy it's in this month's box. See, that would have actually made it like last month's box even better, but like still okay with it. You got Scotty Young in there, who I sort of recognize from a bunch of places. But yeah, it's back, the world's greatest comic magazine, aka the Fantastic Four. Um, got Johnny Storm, Mr. Fantastic, The Thing, and Susan Storm. And ooh, it looks amazing. This is obviously issue number 1, Legacy issue number 646, priced at $6.99 US and rated T for teen. Sort of would have been down for one of like the variant covers or anything, but I believe this is just a regular cover. But it's okay though, I like the cover too. And yeah. Also, like, sort of don't want them to reboot the like Fantastic Four series unless it's gonna be like guaranteed to be amazing, because the last like 2 times have been like meh. But yeah. So yeah, besides that, we have 2 more comics to go, our final 2 here. Only getting 5 this month, which is actually okay. I'd rather have like about 5 on average. But yeah. Besides that, let's dive into our next comic. Comic number 4. Let's take a look. Boom! Ooh, it is the Punisher. Obviously not like the Netflix series, but like, you know, the OG Punisher from the comics and everything. Got that like red and black cover and stuff. Ooh, and it's sort of threatening. He's pointing a gun at me, but whatever. So it's the Punisher issue number 1, Legacy issue number 229. It has parental advisory and is priced at $4.99 US. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. I like the cover too, like sort of how it has that sort of like cover where it's like red and then like black. And then yeah, and the train station he is at on the cover is Manhattan's, and yeah, excited for that because like I think the Punisher is pretty cool. Also, like low-key sidebar, I am sort of pumped for like I'm happy for John Berthnall and shit because he's a Punisher and shit. But yeah. Lastly but not least, our final comic for this month. Let's take a look at comic number 5. Boom! Ooh, it looks like the Asgardians of the Galaxy, I think. Looks like it. You got some people wearing some fancy armor. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's the Asgardians of the Galaxy. It's an Infinity War tie-in. It's issue number 1. So this is a tie-in to the Infinity Wars thing that's been going on and stuff, and like sort of haven't been like catching on to it and everything, but yeah, this is rated T+ for teen, priced at $3.99 US. I'm sort of excited because like I feel like Thor like has been like a bit underrated, and how well Ragnarok did sort of helped boost his like awesomeness, but like I'm sort of excited to see like the rest of the Asgardians and how well they're going to do. But this is cool. Maybe it would get me into Infinity Wars and everything, probably not, but so yeah, that's all the comics in this month's box. So let's dive into the Comic Boxer newsletter that is in this box, where they explain why they picked these comics and everything. So yeah, let's dive into it. So let's start off with comic number 1 here, Fantastic Four, issue number 1. So the description reads, Forever Part 1, because you demanded it, the world's greatest comic magazine is back. Since the end of Secret Wars, there's been a gap in the Marvel Universe, a void that no other team can fill, and it's time for the world to move on. But can it? A life-changing decision by the Thing, a monumentous declaration by the Human Torch, and a clarion call to arms that summons Doctor Doom, and a signal in the sky that heralds the hope to the Marvel Universe. All this, and Alicia Masters adopts kittens. So cute, plus the Impossible Man. Pretty awesome. I love the description for it, and honestly, probably the most excited the comic that I'm most excited for. So yeah, gotta give a thumbs up for this in this box. The next comic here, comic number 2, is this one. Boom. It is the Avengers issue number 7. And the description reads, featuring Ghost Rider a million years BC. If you thought you knew the beginnings of the Marvel Universe, you were wrong. Odin and the prehistoric Avengers represent a period of Marvel history that has never been explored. that exploration begins with this issue, the origins of the very first Ghost Rider, who rides a flaming woolly mammoth and battles savage and familiar foes. Okay, so like initially I was sort of like, why are we getting the 7th issue in the series? But like, just based off of the description, it seems pretty cool. Like the first Ghost Rider, it sort of connects with last month where we got the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now we're going all the way back in time to the first Ghost Rider. So like, I like that. I have to admit, pretty awesome. Also, love the flaming woolly mammoth. Why the heck not? Honestly, would be down to ride that. But like, I'd have to be Ghost Rider, but like, I don't want to be. So the next comic here is The Punisher, issue number 1. So let's take a look at it. So the description reads, you can take the Punisher out of the War Machine. Punisher no longer has the War Machine armor, but he has retained his newly acquired taste for big game, and he is hungry for more. However, the path of perilous pursuits are fraught with danger bigger than any Frank has faced before. And this lone wolf could probably use otherworldly help on his way up to the world stage. Matthew Rosenberg continues pushing the boundaries of the Punisher and now joined the acclaimed artist Riccardo Bercazzelli, credited for DMZ and the Northlanders. This is the book Punisher's fans will be talking about for years. Ugh. Sorry, so many words in there. But yeah, besides that, like, I sort of like that, like, we're getting a bit more of, like, origin stories and everything, sort of reboots, all that kind of stuff this month, because I feel like, in a way, it's a bit appropriate, and everything for, like, a lot of reasons. I think in September, a lot of people, like, a lot of students and everything are starting new stuff. I don't know, like, I sort of like that we're getting origin stories and everything, because personally for me, being the up-and-coming comic nerd that I am, I sort of do appreciate it where I can sort of learn different people's interpretations of comic characters like this. So yeah, I'm sort of excited to read The Punisher. Our second last comic here is this one. Boom, Thanos Legacy number 1. It's by Donny Cates and Corey Smith. And the description reads, Thanos wins again. ? Rising star Donny Cates returns to the Mad Titan to bring a story bridging the gap between his best-selling Thanos Wins and the world-shattering Infinity Wars. How did Thanos' journey back to the future lead to the events of Infinity Wars Prime? Now it can be told. Okay, so I know, like, one of the big things that are going on is, like, the Infinity Wars and everything, and I know I'm coming late to the party, not even fashionably late, but, like, 3/4 of the way through or whatever. But, like, to be honest, I just don't know enough about, like, Infinity Wars or anything like that, so I feel like with this comic, it's good, for sure. Like, I think the comic itself seems interesting and I'm excited to learn a bit more backstory about, like, a modern-day interpretation of Thanos. But, like, on the other side, it's like, okay, well, like I'm sort of feel like forced to invest my time into the Infinity Wars a bit. But yeah, still, I like the cover, I like the comic and everything. Excited to learn a bit more. So the last comic here, comic number 5, is this one here. Boom. The Asgardians of the Galaxy. Issue number 1 by Colin Bunn and Matteo Lolli. The description reads, Angela, the not-so-beloved half-sister of Thor, the hot-headed Valkyrie, and the human who shares her form, Annabelle Riggs. Scourge the Executioner, freshly returned from hell. Throg, the mightiest frog of thunder. Kevin Masterson, the boy who took his father's mace to become the hero Thunderstrike. And the Destroyer, the Asgardian armor built to take down Celestials. Its wielder unknown. The event of Infinity Wars set Nebula off on a quest to rule the galaxy. Wielding the Asgardian weapon even Thor would fear. And it
and it's up to the team of gods, assassins, frogs, and heroes to stop her.
When it comes to the Asgardians of the Galaxy, sort of sounds like too much like the Guardians of the Galaxy, because like the Guardians is in Asgardians, but still, it looks like an interesting cover. I'd be interested in it, and knowing some of these like recenter characters and everything, it seems exciting. And knowing a bit of the descriptions of some of the characters and everything, it seems exciting. And how can you not love Throg, aka Thor as a frog? Like, come on. Come on. He's there. He's like right here on the cover. Look how cute he is. But besides that, like, it's okay. Like, as an Infinity War tie-in, like, it's like, once again, I'm not into Infinity War, so I don't really know. So it's okay. But yeah, that's just like my opinion. Like, I wish there was only going to be like one Infinity War tie-in, because like, yeah. Because like I just don't read it or anything. But yeah, it looks like an interesting comic. So lastly, my final thoughts about the Comic Boxer subscription box for September 2018. It's not the best box. You don't get like a tribute cover or anything like that. And when it comes to the comics, I do like that we have some origin story, like some new stories or reboots with Fantastic Four and the Punisher. And I like how we're continuing getting that sort of like that second comic that we've gotten in the past like couple months with the that includes Ghost Rider and everything, and having that sort of twist in time. But when it comes to the two like tie-ins to Infinity Wars, don't necessarily love that. But I sort of do like the premises of the comics themselves, so I'm sort of down to read the comics. So yeah, besides that, that's my final thoughts about this month's box. Feel free to let me know down below in the comments your final thoughts. And if you want to check out the pricing or any details about Comic Boxer, you can check them out down below. And lastly but not least, if you want to support the channel, you can do so down below in the description. So yeah, besides that, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a good night, and bye!